Okay, so following on from the last video I did on the last week prior to the show, the peak week, there's a bit more to talk about, and also I wanted to talk about the female classes. Obviously there's a lot more classes now for the women. Before it was quite easy, it was just the female bodybuilding before, and normally the bikini, but now there's so many categories in between. The problem is, I don't know, I speak to women that do bikini and they're asking about things that the bodybuilding women would do. For instance, like, you know, shall I have my sugars backstage, etc. and that. I mean, why would a bikini woman want to do that? I mean, as you get to the bodybuilding, it gets more extreme. So the depletion and the carbing up and taking the sugars backstage, maybe the alcohol, and all these things are what bodybuilders do to obviously increase vascularity, you know, get a better pump, look more fuller. But obviously a bikini woman wouldn't want that, you know. So I think with the bikini women, it's just a case of getting their body fat levels down to a percentage of where they can compete at, you know, and dry them out a little bit, you know. They're very subtle. And as the classes progress and you're more muscular, then obviously then things become more extreme. And then of course when it gets to the female bodybuilding, it's just exactly the same as the men, where everything's done to the extreme for the fullest, most ripped look that you can get. So I find that very strange. Now, a lot of women have been given this protocol regardless of what category they're doing. And the problem with that is, like I said, they're taking it too far. They don't need to be doing these things. And a lot of them are not even explained why they're doing these things. So I think, you know, if you've got a coach, they need to be explaining the reasons for putting like sugar in, the reasons for depleting and carbon up, etc. And don't just sort of like, you know, take the advice and then just do it, because you know, you need to know the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. And obviously it's nice to know these things, because it's you know, for me it was exciting finding these things out, you know, how my body reacts to certain things, what it does when I deplete, what it would look like when I carb up, you know, when I salt load, you know, if I water load, you know, all these things. It's quite interesting to see how the body reacts, you know, and you learn from it and you find a formula that works best for you to give you your best look. So for me, you know, it might take you a few shows, and then after a few shows you get to know, you should have sort of a reasonable formula of what is best for you. So I sort of know what I need to do if I, you know, want to be at my best. But, you know, obviously you've got to work with your body. It doesn't always go to plan. Sometimes the body rebels. It doesn't quite work with you. But anyway, that's just a little bit more information there about the women. You know, be very careful, because like I said, the bikini women and even the tone that do not need to be doing what obviously the female bodybuilders are doing. So but yeah, anyway, last week's prep, very, very important. Don't mess it up. I can't keep stressing that enough. I've seen it too many times. Too many people standing a week out looking fantastic and then getting to the show and basically it just goes all wrong. Sometimes, like I said, doing too much is worse than not doing enough. So good luck with that. And if you are doing a show this year, be very, very aware of that last week. Don't go mad. You know, if it's looking great the week out, leave it alone. Subtle. If it's obviously not looking the way you want it, then you need to do what you need to do to pull it around to hit your peak condition on show day. So good luck.